Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111, and today is a day late. However, it is my spiritual reading. It's supposed to be Wednesday. Today's Thursday. However, tomorrow is Twin Flame reading Friday, so make sure you stick around or come around tomorrow to see that. All right, today's reading is Ask Your Higher Self. I made my own deck. Okay, and we are going to ask our higher selves for advice in our lives at this time, whether it's in romance, business, relationship, family. Set your intentions. Ask your higher self for guidance. Because of the nature of this reading, and there will be many people setting their intentions for different questions. I'm going to read energies only, and I might weave together some stories through those energies, but listen. We're talking to your higher self. Trust your intuition. I'm going to read the energies. You receive the answer, okay? So set your intentions and pick your pile. We have pile number 1. We have pile number 2. And we have pile number 3. Okay, I usually weave a story for you guys out of the readings, but today is all about you tapping into your own intuition in this situation. You are asking your higher self. Okay, I will be bringing energies through for you, and you will need to get your answer through your own divine inner knowing. Okay, all right. Let's take, oh, by the way, guys, I have some really unique ideas that I've been trying to put together for future readings here. And there are a few things I need to purchase. They're not real expensive, but, you know, I'd like to bring a little extra cash in so that I can make the channel better and more interesting. So if you would like to contribute in any way, any amount, there is a donation button below. I also have an Amazon wish list, but you don't have to pick on the wish list, okay? I want this to be your channel. You are the one that's on the ascension. You are the one that is seeking guidance. What decks, what divination tools do you want charms? You know, go shopping. Spend $5. I don't care, but bring something unique to the situation here, and I would be grateful. Okay, we're gonna really try to make our ascension more, because we went through the deep stuff. Most people, not everybody, but most people have gone through the really deep diving stuff. And if you haven't, I offer a deep dive, and I'm here for you. I really want to work with you to help you clear your shadow work, to figure out, you know, what your twin flame journey is about, if you're on one, your ascension journey. Where are you at on that ascension journey? Right now, I believe we're supposed to be working on clearing past lives. I'm not sure how to do that. I have had some past life recollections, but I think we're doing it through dream states. So if you've been having really freaky dreams, try to keep a dream journal, because like right now we are collapsing old timelines of past contracts, karmic contracts that no longer serve us. Okay, that was just a side note. I will be doing a new moon reading on the 11th of February. We will be going live, and it will be just like the last one. I think the last one went so beautifully. And if you guys were more happy with me making mini recordings for you for your mini check-ins, let me know in the comments section below, because our last live was flawless. Like, we didn't have any internet interruptions. It didn't go on for too long. Maybe it did, but it didn't feel like it to me. It felt very energetically whole. Okay, so if you would like your own personal private reading, everything you need to book is in the description box below. And yeah, I'm just going to pull you down to your reading now. I could talk all day because that's what I'm good at. All right, come on down. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Ask yourself, go within right now, take a deep breath. clear your space in your mind and ask your higher self, what do I need to know about this situation? And then set your intentions for the one place, the one area in your life that you really feel like you're floundering, where you really need guidance and instruction. Sorry, I'm thirsty. And then pick it. Okay, guys, my son is outside playing. I don't know for how long, so he might come in like a tornado and disrupt everything. But I know how much you guys might love my little guy. And so just be patient. Okay, I'm going to pull these aside, and we're going to take a look at pile number 1. Ask your higher self about any situation. And remember, this is not me giving you the answers. This is your higher self giving you the answers. I'm going to read the energies and give you the guidance, but you're going to have to apply it to your own situation, because there's no way that I could give direct answers from everybody's higher self that watches this video. So this is kind of an interactive video, okay? All right, so I do want to get you a postcard from Spirit. All right, we're going to put that one to the side. All right, so what do we have here? We have, the 4 of Wands. Let's pull this up just a little bit. 4 of Wands. It says foundations and commitment. Oh, by the way, I'm going to toss a dice for you in case your higher self wants to give you a number, something that you might see as a sign or signal in the future. We have number 2, okay? That's just something for you to tuck away in your brain for another day, something to watch for. So we have 4 of Wands, foundations and commitment. We have King of Swords. Okay, I want you to really look at this picture, because you're going to be talking to your higher self. It looks to me like this man has been sitting and thinking and gaining knowledge through spiritual guidance. There are a lot of spirit guides around this man. And he has a talisman tied around his wrist. There's a sword in his hand. And he looks wise. He has graying hair, okay? King of Swords, wise, smart. And we have the Knight of Wands. In this deck, it's called Intensity. And look at this, guys. This arrow is pointing right at this King of Swords. Okay. Then we have, strengthen your gifts. Individuality, number 11. Patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Look at knowledge with the King of Swords, action with the Knight of Wands. So let's just get the rest out before we start postulating. We have Milky Way, perspective. Take a look at the graphics, at the picture, because it will speak to you. We're trusting our own higher self today. That means it's your discernment. This, to me, looks like a tunnel. This could be a pinpoint, a focus point. This could be divine intelligence, cosmic knowledge. Milky Way, clearing away something that was milky, that was unclear, gaining perspective on it. Next we have open your presence. Look at, guys, you've got strengthen your gifts and open your presence. And then we have the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selflessness, humility, conscious action. It's a number 2. You've got 11, which can also be looked at like a 2. 1 and 1, right? The power of 1, the power of 2. And you have the 4 of Wands, which is like the 11-11 portal. All right, this is a deck that I made. It's called Ask Your Higher Self. And you have open your sacred heart. It is safe to receive love. And we have collaborate with others, ask for help or advice. And I got the hiccups. That's always a good sign. All right, so the energies here, I'm seeing ones, twos. Oh, and you've got a double 3, 33. A lot of master numbers here, guys. So if you've been seeing 1, 2, 3, that's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I have. That's really crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay. So I'm going to give you the energies. The energies are of listening to your higher guidance. Individuality. This is going within to gain perspective. I think that you've been being patient and learning lessons. And it says, now is the time to learn, study, gather information, enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Action here, this says intensity. Okay, so if you've been manifesting, if you've been learning something and manifesting, I feel like it's coming in really quick. Not right now, but very soon. Make sure you're open to receive. Because for some of you, it could be love with this 4 of Wands. For others of you, this could be a move in your life. This could be moving to a new job, moving to a new home, moving in relationships, out with the old, in with the new. This is something you've been patient and studying on. Some of you have opened up with this High Lord of gratitude and service. Some of you have some very divine gifts, and it's time for you to unpack them, is what I'm hearing. Discernment. Some of you guys, what your gift is the gift of discernment and perspective. With individuality being right in the center, this feels to me like a journey back to self. It says selflessness, humility, conscious action. Some of you guys have been over-givers, and now it's time to give back to self. With this patience card, I feel like you guys have been very patient with other people. In certain situations, you've been very patient, and now you're feeling this desire to have movement. Open your sacred heart. The King of Swords, guys, does not feel with his heart. Let me rephrase that. He does not decide with his heart. He keeps his emotions out of it. And so Spirit might be telling you to take a new perspective and to open your heart up and not to overthink a situation. Foundation and commitment. Some of you guys are wanting more commitment in your life, whether it be from a lover, a counterpart, or a job, an employer. You know that you have gifts. You're grateful. You're good to people. I feel like you guys have been givers, right? Almost like you swung from one distortion, like distorted feminine energy, and you swung to the distorted masculine with the King of Swords. And it's been an intense journey is what I'm hearing. It's been very intense for you. Whatever your situation is has been very intense, and you've had to do a lot of thinking to gain perspective on it. But trust your divine knowing. Open your presence. Strengthen your gifts. Collaborate with others and ask for advice if you need it. And make sure you know your value. When you take this conscious action, make sure that it's not for everybody but you. Make sure that you get in on the mix, okay? And with the 2 being here, that could be a divine union with 11 and the 4 of Wands and 11, 11, 33. Those are really, really, really profound union numbers. And so if you're dealing with a King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or possibly a fire sign, which would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that's just a little extra message for you from your higher self. If you're not, it's okay. But take the energies that resonate with you, because, you're talking to you, your higher self. You know what you're asking. So let's get you your postcard from Spirit. It says, Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It seems you've let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and to us. Okay, I'm going to pause there. Individuality. Some of you guys have been alone for a long time, King of Swords, with making all of your decisions based from logic and not from the heart space. And so Spirit's saying something intimate could be coming in for you. Now, that doesn't have to be romance. It can be in any area of your life. Intimacy means connection, right? It means removing the mask and being authentic. So take that into your situation here. Open your sacred heart. It's safe to receive love. Some of you guys, you've got a union coming here. All right, it says, there is amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is releasing from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Okay, so for some of you guys, you got somebody coming in really fast, intense, right? This could be a gift. It could be something you've been praying for, asking for. With this individuality, some of you, it might not be somebody you expect. They might not show up looking like something that you normally would like. You've been very patiently waiting for this. Spirit says you might have been praying for this, and now it's coming in really fast, and you might need to gain perspective by asking friends, because I think your first intuition might be to say no. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be anything that you've set your intentions for, okay? If it's a job or a home or a movement, it all has to do with being willing to receive love and collaboration, and to let people in. Maybe you haven't been letting people in. You've had walls up for a while. Four of Wands can be walls around you too, right? Foundation, commitment. But I'm really feeling that for some of you, you could have somebody coming in really fast that you thought wasn't coming, or you weren't expecting anybody because you've been focusing on self. And raising your vibration too with this High Lord of Gratitude and Service. You've been focused on you and what you can bring to the world, and now the world is bringing something to you, and it might just surprise you. Open your present. Accept it. Open your sacred heart. It's safe to receive love. Some of you, that is the present, is the ability to love again. Strengthen your gifts. Trust your intuition. Be patient with yourself, because this might be something you haven't had in a while. Or it could be something you've been praying for and asking for and had almost given up on, because this Milky Way, you can't always see in the Milky Way. And so through your patience, now something great is coming in, and you're being asked to be open to receive. All right, so if that didn't resonate, remember, this is you talking to you, your higher self, your higher knowing, your intuition. You're going to have to piece it together in a way that opens perspective for you. You had perspective, right? All right, let's put this back. I love you guys. It's starting to get dark here. 2002. Twos for you guys. Wow. 2002. We are moving on now to pile number 2. Hi, pile number 2. Let's pull you up just a little bit here. Today is all about you discerning for you. This is asking your higher self to give you guidance, and hopefully you've taken a moment to set your intentions on what you need guidance with, okay? And remember that I'm going to be reading the energies only. I'm not going to give you the answers. This is something that this is a test of your inner knowing and intuition. These messages are you asking your higher and better self, a question about what you are going through or what you set your intentions for. All right, I'm going to get you a number. We're going to roll this dice. Your number is number 1. Okay, so it could be number 1. You need to focus on you. Number 1 is new beginnings, right? 1 is individuality. Let's get you, I'm going to put your postcard over here. I need a bigger table. All right, so your first card is Knight of Pentacles, steady progress. Your second card is Queen of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of earth energy. Your third card is Trust. This is actually look at this, looks like a leap of faith, don't it? But it's really a cup. I'm not going to read it as a tarot. I believe it's the Knight of Cups. But it says trust. So I'm going to read it as an oracle. All right, next we have, superhero, Knight of Cups, okay. A Knight of Pentacles. We have financial discipline. A lot of money on the table here, guys. Embrace your power. We have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me farther away from it? See, you're discerning for yourself. Whatever you asked, your spirit guides are already saying. Listen, it could be as clear as just asking yourself, which decision is going to bring me more of what I need and less of what I don't, right? All right, next we have Summer Solstice Radiance. Gaining clarity is what I'm hearing. And then last in the oracles, we have the Metal King. Discipline, armor, and boundaries. Okay, in the deck that I made, okay, so it says ask your higher self, and it says shadow work or childhood wounds need revisited. And we have this might be a cycle, try something different. All right, so what am I getting from this? Steady progress, Queen of Pentacles, trust, superhero, embrace your power, financial discipline. Ask yourself. Okay, here we have discipline again, armor and boundaries. All right, so I'm going to say what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling, okay, first of all, let me give you the numbers, okay? We have number 48, which is a 12, which breaks down to a 3. You have a number 1 on your dice. You have a 3 and a 1 here. Wow. So 3s and 1s, and then this Metal King is 37, which is a 10, which breaks down to a 1. This is pretty cool, guys. You got 1s and 3s, okay? 1s and 3s. That's all it is. 1s and 3s. So 3s are expansion, growth. Sometimes if you're looking at romance, it could be a third-party situation. One energy too many. It could be divine creation, mother, father, God, or mother, father, child, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Mother, Maiden, Crone. All right, I'm going to tell you what I feel. Steady progress. I feel like you guys have been working on your self-worth. And I think you've been making steady progress, and you're learning to trust yourself. You're learning to know your worth. Through this worth, you've been working on yourself. You've been working on your money, your finances, embracing your power, gaining clarity. And what has been your catalyst through all of this is this shadow work. I think you were stuck in a cycle, and you are gaining clarity on how to get out of that through discipline and healthy boundaries. And so if you feel like you've been stuck, because this Knight of Pentacles sometimes moves, so slowly you can't even tell they're moving. If you feel like you've been stuck, Spirit's saying go back to the drawing board. Go back to ask yourself, because here it says make a decision. Ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me farther away from it? There might be something here that you've always reacted to in the same way. And Spirit has been trying to show you a different way, a new way. Trust. I feel like it's you need to trust. I've got this arrow pointing at this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are working on self-empowerment, healthy boundaries, glowing up. And all because I think that there could have been somebody in your past, like you were waiting for somebody to save you. Superhero with the Knight of Cups and this Metal King. In the past, you might have had a pattern of giving your power away to other people, especially in romance for some of you, or finances for others. But you've been giving, there might have been a pattern of you giving your power away to somebody else, looking for somebody to be your superhero, to come and rescue you. And Spirit is teaching you that really you don't need anybody external to yourself to rescue you. So go back to the drawing board and look at your shadow work. Where else in your life, look at the patterns, especially in romance. Look at the patterns. Do you tend to fall for people who are seem to be strong and like a knight in shining armor, somebody that's going to come in and rescue you? And do you give away all your power to that person, and then only to find later that you couldn't trust them and that they weren't actually a superhero at all? And so I feel like for pile number 2, I feel like what Spirit is saying is that there's a little bit more shadow work you need to do around your self-worth. But you've done a lot. Okay, but if you find yourself stuck in, and I'm sorry, my kid's back in now and he's got his earbuds in, so he talks too loud. But if you've been finding yourself attracting the same kind of person or situations into your life, it could be a father figure. Sometimes Daddy was our hero, right? And then anything can happen to that, We can have abandonment issues. Your father might have died young or moved away, or there was divorce in the family, or you needed your dad to be your knight in shining armor and he couldn't be. Maybe he had his own shadow work that was preventing him from showing up for you. But I feel like this pile, and like I said, you're here to discern this for yourself, so take a look at the energies. But I feel like you're starting over. You're learning to trust in your own radiance, your own power, with healthy boundaries, being your own superhero. You've been working on yourself and your finances. It might be taking a little bit longer than you thought it would. You might be stuck in a cycle because you're waiting for somebody to rescue you, and Spirit says you don't need that. We're trying to teach you here. Go back to the drawing board. Take a look at who you are and empower yourself. Number 1 comes first. Be your own superhero, your own knight in shining armor. Learn to trust yourself. And if this is, whatever you asked or set your intentions for, I just clearly hear that this is all about self-empowerment. This is about you trusting you. And isn't it funny that you came to this reading to ask your higher self, your higher self, on how to clear this out once and for all? And they're saying through childhood traumas and shadow work. You can break this cycle by doing something different, trying something different, showing up for yourself by the sounds of it. But this says to make your decision, ask yourself which way brings you closer to your divine purpose and which way takes you farther away from it. Purpose and power is what I'm hearing. Summer solstice, solstice. For some of you guys, if you're asking about a date or something coming in the future, if it's about finances, Spirit says, for some of you, it could come in the summer. But in the meantime, you've got more shadow work to do to break out of a cycle of needing a superhero, needing a knight in shining armor. The Knight of Cups for me is always that knight in shining armor. And down here you have the Metal King. He's wearing a mask. He's not really your knight in shining armor. You need to be that for you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let me read you your postcard from Spirit. It says, "Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give." Okay, so that just kind of gave me a backwards message. I feel like Spirit's saying, now take that and flip it upside down. Because I think this is what you've always done. You've been so selfless. You've been so giving. Right? You give and you give and you give and you give. And so this has caused an imbalance within you for some of you. For others of you, this is really about this could be that you might get a choice between Knight of Pentacles energy and Knight of Cups energy. And I think your normal type has been the Knight of Cups. Somebody that brings you flowers and romances you and really, it is that Don Juan personality, but it's not real. They wear a mask, right? And so the shadow work that you've been doing has been teaching you these healthy boundaries and your self-worth. And because of that, you're going to be given an opportunity to do something different. Try something different. Go for the sure bet. It might take this person over here a little longer, but steady progress versus knight in shining armor, superhero, This is more real. This is more grounding. Pentacles, you can bite it. You can bury it in the backyard. It'll be there 20 years from now. Savage. New beginnings. You got 2 knights on the table and you got the Metal King. Some of you guys are going to get an offer. And Spirit's saying, we also know that someone, it says someone specifically, could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust. You've got trust right here that you are worthy. Worthy. Financial discipline. Queen of Pentacles. Worthiness, right? Money. Not money. Worth. Value. Know that you're deserving of it. Do something different. Might not be your normal type. But your normal type, I think, was based on a trauma bond. Through a childhood wound. Remember, guys, these are your messages. I'm sitting here discerning it for you, and I'm not supposed to be. You're supposed to be discerning this for yourself. So you're asking your higher self. You've got the energies. If you're not getting the message, then rewind it and watch it again and try to really sit in the energy of this. Now give me a second. I got to turn a light on. It's getting really dark here. And the light is not bright at all, but it'll help a little bit. All right. What's the time here? We've got 36:11. Moving on to pile number 3. My last pile here, guys. Okay, so we are asking our higher selves for discernment in a certain situation. And remember, I am just here to read the energies for you. I want you to really tap into your own inner knowing, your own intuition. And I will read the energies and you kind of try to put together your own message, okay? It's an exercise in intuition and trusting your inner higher self to give you the answer. Now I'm going to roll this dice to give you a number. And this number can be applied in your life any way that you see fit. Numbers have vibrations. Number 5, this is a vibration of change. And sometimes it can be challenges too. Just saying. Okay, let's look at your first. Let's pull this up just a little bit. Your first card, Queen of Wands. In this it says confident and magnetic. Your next card is Queen of Swords. Wow, 2 queens on deck. And hey. My kitty's playing. She got her toy stuck. Ooh, and the Tower. Bada bang. Change. Number 5, change. I see change. Okay, number 38, 8, 9, 10, it's a number 11, breaks down to 11, which is a master number. It says sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. Healing, number 66, which is a 12, breaks down to a 3. Say no. We have Grace and Antoinette to help heal the situation. See the other person's point of view with compassion. Fog veiled. Oh, but look at that sun burning right through that fog. We have, ooh, the Desert Prince.
Are you angry?
Survival, false promises. Number 19, which breaks down to a 10, which breaks down to a 1.
Yeah, that's me. Alright, now I'm going to go try hard. Okay.
All right, your higher self. This is the deck that I made. It says, smile at a stranger, help, donate, lend a hand. When you give love, it just feels great. And we have, ooh, trigger warning, no, red light. Holy crap, you got 2 no's here, guys. Okay, so let me just sit in these energies for a moment. Okay, Queen of Wands. Confident and magnetic. Then Queen of Swords. Thunderbolt. Vogue. Failed Desert Prince. Sunshines, lollipops, rainbows everywhere. Healing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. You guys are going to have to use your own discernment because only you know what you set your intentions for. Smile at a stranger, help donate, lend a hand. When you give love, it just feels great. To help heal the situation, we do have healing. See the other person's point of view with compassion. There are 2 cards here of try to be compassionate. Oh. So, for some of you guys, this is about somebody. Doesn't have to be romantic, okay? But it does feel like masculine versus feminine here. I'm just going to put that out there. It feels like somebody didn't show up for you. This person, this desert prince, was known in your past for not being reliable, for not keeping their word, for not showing up. But I'm seeing, look at this. Knowledge is the pyramid. Water is emotions. The lioness is strength. The spear in his hand. I have a feeling that you might be facing a situation with a person who was not reliable for you. But I think they've been healing. They've been having to survive. They've been going through hell is what I'm hearing. They've gained wisdom and knowledge. They've learned a lot about themselves out there in the desert roaming. I feel like this person chose the hard way in life, learned a lot of lessons through the school of hard knocks. And this thunderbolt with these 2 no's, trigger warning. Trigger. It's not saying, okay, this is what I'm getting. A trigger means trauma. It's a hot button, right? It's a trauma that you've been through and something triggers it. And then red flags, right? Warning, warning. No, red light, stop. Take a pause, say no. Queen of Swords. I feel like something with this prince is going to happen very quickly. It doesn't have to be a man. I'm just saying feminine energy versus masculine energy. Fog, veiled. I think that there's somebody you need to forgive. Doesn't necessarily mean that if it's romantic, you've got to take them back. It just means that you've matured, confident. You've become confident and magnetic. And because of that, you're drawing this person back in. And I think that there's a healing that needs to happen between the 2 of you. And this thunderbolt is going to be something sudden that's going to magnetically draw the 2 of you back in toward one another. And with this false promises and sunshine, lollipops, rainbows, I feel like this person used to promise you the world and never, ever fulfilled those promises. But it wasn't because they didn't care about you. There's a lot of emotion here with this water. And there's a lot of emotion here with you. Both of you have been through a lot of water and emotions. And look at the red flag. I'm just seeing the red flag here. Trigger warning.
This is how you build.
But here it says, smile at a stranger, help, donate, lend a hand. When you give love, it just feels great. Sunshine, lollipops, rainbows. To help heal this situation. See from the other person's perspective or point of view compassionately. So this person could be magnetically drawn to you because you're now this Queen of Wands. But when they show up, you don't trust them. Tower moment. But there's a healing that needs to happen between the two of you. And you're going to have to use your discernment on whether you say no or yes. You've got two no's here. But I feel like a trigger is just that. It's a trigger. It's a knee-jerk response to something that you're afraid of. It's fear. So to heal this, you might need to have compassion. When you give love, it just feels great. But with this fog, you don't know. You don't know if you can trust this person. If you look at their patterns of behavior in the past, they're not trustworthy. But I think they've been through a healing. I think they've had to survive out there on their own, and they've gone through it. Pyramid, higher knowledge, strength, perseverance, survival.
All right, come back down the hole.
I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I am telling you that Spirit is asking you to be compassionate. When you give love, it feels great, and a healing can happen in this situation.
Just come down.
And anytime you can be triggered, that tells me there's more shadow work for you to do too. Triggers are blessings. Something is changing suddenly with this tower. Let's get you your postcard from Spirit. Dear you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security. See, guys, you don't feel secure with this person, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. You got to let go of the way you think this is going to play out. Detach to the results. It's easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up, and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you're really looking for in spirit... Wait, that didn't sound right. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up, and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you're really looking for in spirit,
You're dead.
That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. I feel like the two of you, if it is another person, and it may not be, remember, I'm just reading the energies. You guys are supposed to discern this for yourself. Whatever you're asking about, I have a feeling like your knee-jerk response is to say no. And Spirit's saying a healing needs to happen here. And you need to be compassionate, because when you give love, you receive love. And so I think that you had an idea of what this situation was supposed to be, how it was supposed to be. And when it didn't show up that way for you, when this person, perhaps a person, didn't show up that way for you, there was a trauma bond, a trauma wound around that abandonment issue.
Yes, nice.
And so Spirit's telling you, can you release the outcome? Can you step into compassion and love and forgiveness and allow this situation to heal the way it's meant to? Can you perhaps see this person's perspective, right? To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. You know, I teach a lot about, God being like a mirror, and you can break that mirror up in different pieces and put them in different situations. And so you put a piece of mirror out in a tree and on the table and one in your pocket. The one out in the tree will never know what it's like to be the one on the table, and the one on the table will never know what it's like to be the one in the pocket. And so everybody lives from their own perspective.
I might not. Never mind.
And unless you've walked a mile in another person's shoes, you will never know what it's like to be them. I think you've been blaming. I think there's healing that needs to happen here around this person. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve it. I'm not saying they didn't earn that. But I'm saying that whatever this wound is that needs healed, when you hold another person accountable for their behaviors, you're judging. And when you judge, you're causing harm to them and you. And so there's a karma bond, a trauma bond, quantum entanglement between you and this situation. And in order to heal it, you're going to have to release it. Release the outcome. Maybe it wasn't meant to be the way you thought it was meant to be. And if that's the case, can you see it from their point of view? And can you have compassion for what they're going through?
Savage.
I don't know, guys. You're supposed to figure this out for yourself, because this is talking to your higher self, okay? I'm just the energy reader. What I see here is 2 queens. I feel like you're magnetically attracting to you whoever this desert prince is. And when it happens, you're being asked to show some forgiveness, to do it differently, to show up differently, to release that bond, to release and heal, let go of the outcome. Then this fog will lift and you will see things more clearly. The Tower is all about getting rid of what doesn't serve and rebuilding from a new foundation. Change, great change for both of you. All right. I love you. Namaste. I hope this resonated. I'm trying to get creative, guys. If you want to donate to the channel, cash would be great. I don't ever ask for cash, but I do have some really cool stuff I want to buy for the channel. Not for me, for you guys. Well, for all of us, because I enjoy it so much. Okay? So there it is. I will see you tomorrow for the Twin Flame Energy Check-In. Until then, namaste.